Welcome back to the Four Horsemen. This is Tom from Spork Syndicate. Together with Skip from Crossroad Diecast Speed Shop, Andrew from Maple Leaf Customs, and Paul from Diecast Graveyard, we are the Four Horsemen. Our theme this month is Barn Find, and our guest horseman is Steve from Miniature Mustangs. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun with this build, which means I went way too far. Barn finds are cars that are time capsules, sometimes preserved, sometimes rusted into husks from exposure, flat tires, an inch of dust, and maybe a few things piled on top. When I picked this theme, I knew I'd be making a diorama. The barn I'm making will be a reflection of me, run down, disorganized, full of a few surprises. I gravitated towards barns with carports on the side. I'm also treating the barn like a shed and an attic with materials and accumulated items. This yellow Ertl 65 Mustang is from my childhood collection. This bad boy's gonna serve as an abandoned project car. The station wagon, a Matchbox 1964 Ford Fairlane, will be the time capsule, just parked and forgotten. The pickup, a Matchbox 1957 GMC Stepside, is the workhorse that went until it couldn't go no more, now serving as a conversation piece, piled high with stuff. Let's start with the Stepside. I removed the tampos and weathered the red-orange finish. Added a few dents with my rotary tool and pliers. I sanded the glass to create a frosted finish and melted the tires to make them appear flat. After that, I piled it high with tires, lumber, and dirt. I had to glue the melted tires so they wouldn't roll, which is perfect because I imagine this thing dropped its transmission about 50 feet away and was dragged back to the barn. This 65 Mustang's gonna look like my first car. A 67 Mustang with a dented left rear quarter panel, rust everywhere, and even a falling roof liner. I had a set of tiny plastic wheels which looked perfect as exposed hubs from a Hot Wheels land speeder, I think. I cut off the hood and left it crooked as though the engine were removed, with wires dangling out the side. I go easier on the station wagon. I actually upgrade the wheels to white walls and only dull the finish of the casting. I sand the glass frosty, but the real work is going to be the dust I sprinkle on and stick with matte clear coat. I've collected maybe 100 wood coffee stirrers from my favorite convenience store, but I stumbled onto a mother lode when I found this wood dish rack just taking up space in my house. This will provide the framework for this build and many dioramas in the future. I doubled up a thin box as a base and stuffed it with Hot Wheels cards. I tried some air-dried clay to create the dirt surface, but it didn't have the right consistency. I went with foam core and added plaster on top. I had limited real estate, so I kept the design simple. The wood floorboards, sturdy frame, and failing planks came together one piece at a time. I wanted the carport to be on the verge of collapse, and I built the roof so it could be lifted off. Watching diorama videos on YouTube helped me learn to wet cardboard so its top layer peels back and reveals a corrugated metal look underneath. After I built it, I then dented, cut, scoured, and made it look old and derelict. I added some signage. There's my channel logo out front, but a lot of automotive signs inside, as well as a few road signs. Route 66 and a railroad sign have bullet holes in them. I also have Route 130, the highway that passed through my hometown growing up. And there's even a pair of movie posters from that era, Bullet and 2001: A Space Odyssey. And an American flag hangs from the rafters. The first paint job was a little too cold and blue and gray. I revised it to have red side planks, although very weathered, and added teal to the roof along with some rust. The barn build itself was the first draft. All the details and environment were the revisions. Hobby bushes, actual pine needles and dirt from my backyard, and some kitty litter make up the environment. Odds and ends make up the giant spool, lumber, drywall, along with tires and a 55-gallon drum. The last step was to shower everything with dust and makeup, then hit it with spray adhesive to lock it all down. Thanks again to Steve from Miniature Mustangs for being our guest horseman this month. He does amazing rust and aging, and his 65 Mustang barn find rocked. Next month, our theme is Gaslands, or Wastelands, or anything you'd expect to see in a Mad Max movie. And we welcome back Jody Sims as our guest horseman. Four Horsemen builds are open to all. You don't have to have a YouTube channel or social media to join in. If you do participate in a Four Horsemen build and want to share your work with the wider Diecast customizing community, email a glamour shot of your build, preferably on a white background and in widescreen or landscape format, to fourhorsemendiecast@gmail.com. And if you do have social media, use the hashtag #4HorsemenDiecast so people can find your work. Speaking of glamour shots, here's the result of me having way too much fun.